Okay, this is Earl again. I have an extremely rare military vehicle that could be transformed and used, for civilian use with no trouble by just painting it. This is called a 1956 Austin Champ. They made 11,000 of these for the military and decided that these things were way too expensive to buy and have stockpiled around, around Europe. It's a very, very rare truck. It has a Rolls-Royce motor in it. It has a 5-speed forward gearbox. And it has this lever that I'm showing you for forward and neutral, and forward and reverse, I should say. Handbrake. Everything in this truck works perfectly. It starts up on a dime every time. This, I believe, is an after top. I don't believe it would be the original, but who knows? The interior is original. This is exactly what these things look like. They're a slip-on and slip-off type of deal, and they're pretty nice. And if I was going to keep this, and I thought about this to keep this truck for myself because it is so rare and unique. No doors. Thing will go as long as you got a snorkel, and how high the snorkel is, it'll go underwater probably 5 feet. 6 feet. There's some interesting things about this truck that you don't find in any other one. First of all, being a Rolls-Royce motor. Second of all, the shape is very unique. Windshield opens up from inside the cab by unloosening these bolts, and you push the window out, and it will open up so you got complete free air, and it'll sit up to the top, or crank it down if you just want a little air, or seal it off if you don't want any. Plus, the whole complete windshield assembly does fold down using this apparatus here, and fold it down and lock it in position on top of those stops. In all my years of doing all sorts of things with a lot of different cars, as many of you may know, I've never heard of one of these. I never saw one of these, but once I saw it, I had to have it, and I've had it now for a couple months. It's going to come with a South Carolina title. This car is located in Beaufort, South Carolina. There's little storage compartments, and as you can see, there is no rust or rot or anything other than maybe what you can see right here. That's the extent of the rust, or the rust on the center console area. It is as solid as a rock. I just can't believe how sturdy this truck is. It drives 100 times better than a Land Rover. Now, as you well know, Land Rovers have been my business for a long time, so I really can't say too much bad about them, but I got to tell you, I can see why this truck never made it, because it is built too expensively. It is overkill on every part that you can imagine. It's just super heavy duty. This model was a radio truck, and this is a plug-in area. You can they plug some equipment into it, and it's a 24 volt. It's got 2 batteries underneath the passenger seat, and it's completely original. Down here you have the straps. You put your axe in there and your axe handle there and bolt it in, and on the other side it's got room for a shovel, or vice versa. I'm going to show you the motor. Well, Actually, I'm here all by myself. There's still pictures of the motor, and it's what you see is what you get, but it is a Rolls-Royce motor, which I never knew ever built something like this. They did, and it runs perfectly. Now I'm going to get in this thing, and I'm going to start it. I'm going to try and drive it and hold the camera and all of that stuff. So, and I'll let you know I'm doing this without a cup. So, you know, just in case, I should have a helmet and a cup and all sorts of other things. But here we go. Ignition is very simple. You turn it on. And there you go. Tachometer works, speedometer works, fuel gauge works. Everything in this truck works. There's nothing except maybe me. I don't work. But this is it. And I'm just going to... there's actually a low gear right here, which is extremely low. Then you would go into second, third, fourth, and fifth. So you can wheel along on a highway. I've had it pegged at 50 with more to go according to the speedometer. So it's pretty impressive. It drives, again, it's faster than a Land Rover. It's more sturdy than a Land Rover. It tracks better than a Land Rover. I hate to say all of those things, but if you know anything about Land Rovers and you were looking for one of those, this would be the ultimate Land Rover type vehicle. The drawback, it doesn't have any doors, and this one doesn't have any side curtains, but those could be added. The doors cannot. It was never designed to have doors. There are holes in the floor. If you got underwater, the water just runs right out, and that's the end of the story. So just bear with me while I try to drive this thing and go down the road, and I'll just take you for the ride. That rattle you hear is the exhaust system underneath, and I'm having that repaired. In fact, I'm going to drive it now to the place where we're going to have that repaired. As you can see, it is raining, as it should while I'm trying to do something like this. Well, I missed that one, but third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. So that's what we got. Got a little traffic problem here. Just bear with me. Fifth gear, just cruising along. We are doing about 30 miles an hour, 25, 30 miles an hour, which is the speed limit here. As you look at the scenery, you can see why I chose Beaufort, South Carolina to retire. It's just absolutely spectacular. that should give you a pretty good idea. I'm going to sign off for a minute and I may be back. Here we go. Thanks. Alright, the other thing I want to tell you is my name is Earl. My telephone number is 954-444-0850. If you have any questions or any offers, give me a call. If you want to look at our website and all the other things we've done, that is strangerover.com. STRANGEROVER.com. So let me take my life back into my own hands here. And if you have any questions, just give me a call. Thanks for looking.